I got a serious question for all my black Bible believers and Quran believers. And this is just for them. So if you're not one of them, you can answer, but please don't. But here's my question. In the known history of man, since these two religions have come about, what has believing in the Bible or believing in the Quran, how has that benefited you? How has that made, as a society, as a group, our lives better? Not you individually, because mind you, your individual testimonies can be held on all religions. You can claim a miracle healing, but so can a Bible believer can claim that. So can a Quran believer. They can claim the same thing. They went into the hospital and they were miraculously healed. They went to mosque or they went to church and they was miraculously healed. Each one can claim the same thing. So whose God is doing the healing? Because the Brahmin can claim the same thing. I went to the temple and I was healed. There are people who don't believe in a God. They went to the hospital. They weren't supposed to survive, but all of a sudden, somehow their body started healing itself. The doctors don't know why. They can't figure it out. It's beyond their current knowledge, but they just know it happens. It doesn't mean that a God did it. It just means that there is something that occurred within the human body that the person just doesn't know. So your individual testimonies don't count. You received a check in the mail. There's always a causation for that. It doesn't count. But as a society, as a group, how has the Quran, which allowed for the trans-Sahara slave trade, which happened for over 1,200 years, and in some instances are still happening today, how has that benefited black people as a society? How did this transatlantic slave trade benefit black people as a society? How did the Jim Crow laws benefit black people as a society? This Bible didn't protect Dr. King. It didn't protect Malcolm. How did it benefit? You can claim that, well, we had the hope of. Could that same hope be attributed to the people who were fighting in Haiti in 1804 and overthrew their oppressors, and they went back to their orishas and walked away from either gods, but were able to gain their own nation? How did it benefit any of these people? How did it benefit us as a group? When you go into the black community, in almost any nation, you will find that black people are at the lowest. Any nation outside of an African nation that has achieved its own independence. But when you're looking at the European countries, when you're looking at the Americas, black people are generally at a disproportionate percentage of the people in poverty, the people who are less educated, the people who are less skilled, and the people in the less powerful positions. How has it benefited? It seems to have benefited the Europeans and it seems to have benefited the Arab nations, but it has not benefited the black people who are living in these nations. They are constantly subjugated within all these nations, scorned, looked down upon. How has it? Are you going to say it's given us hope to survive through all the hatred and the injustices? You can find that same type of thing in people who never believed in these gods or people who believed in a different God. Look at Tina Turner's life after she decided to give up Christianity and she became a Buddhist. Her life thrived. It's not Christianity, it is that. But that's one person. But as a whole, how has it benefited? This is the question. Please answer that question. And subscribe to the channel. And always remember, you have to free yourself to be yourself because your greatness is non-negotiable. Good journey, good vibration.